everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's the Dolphins going up against the 49ers.
All right, Larry, from the heart of Silicon Valley, there's a look inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Miami Dolphins. Now to return it, here's Kenyon Drake. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. They'll throw on first down with Cutler. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Brandon, when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach and talked about how they wanted to begin this game offensively, they talked about their script, didn't they? 10 to 15 plays, the first 10 to 15 they had on their script. Nowhere on the script was there throwing an interception, I have to believe.
That is caught inside the 5. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now a play fake here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
They'll try and sneak it here. And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. C.J. Beathard taking it in. And the Niners have taken the early lead. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Oh, we got a second here before this next drive starts. It seems like every week we're talking injuries, and we had 3 quarterback shoulder injuries from this last week.
Yeah, and it's really unfortunate because we're talking about some of the most recognizable players in the league. Jameis Winston really coming on as a young quarterback. Trevor Siemian, captain of the Denver Broncos, and won the job for a second year in a row. And, of course, Aaron Rodgers may be the best quarterback in the league. You know, Rodgers probably gone for the season. Winston, I think they could have brought him back, but they were cautious with him and they kept him out of the game. And Siemian did play in the second half in their loss to the Giants.
Yeah, that's the good news. 2 of the 3 able to return. Unfortunately for Rodgers, not looking so good. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back in the 46. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. They run with Ajayi. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10. In the victory over Atlanta last week, Jay Ajayi, good game. First 100-yard game since the Dolphins' Week 2 victory.
Yeah, they did that on the road against the L.A. Chargers. Ran for 122 yards. Comes back in this one on the road against Atlanta, 130 yards. So coaches always talk about having a running game that can travel, that can help the team. It's working pretty well in Miami, isn't it?
Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Well, before this next offensive drive gets going, you know, we still have two 0-6 teams in the NFL, the 49ers and the Browns, and you're looking at me because I know you made a prediction that one of these two teams would win this past week.
Yeah, we had the Giants in there going into it as well, right? We had the Giants, 49ers, and Browns, and I predicted that the Browns would be the first to get off the schneid. Instead, it was the Giants. So the Browns looking at me with a little crooked eye, aren't they? Like, hey, just leave us alone and let us play. Don't make any more predictions, man. What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down.
Let's go! Green, 39! Green, 39!
Back to throw Beathard. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90!
First carry for Carlos Hyde. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
All right, here we go.
Again, it's Hyde. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I think we saw some of the best qualities of Carlos Hyde on that run. Able to pick up something there, being physical running the football. But I think he's got really good vision and great feet. He's going to be the key to this offense really being revitalized.
First down, a run with Hyde. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Let's go. Blue 90! Blue 90! Back 99 Philly, here we go.
To throw is Beathard. Complete to the right. This is Garcon. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. They go play action here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Cameron Wake. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. On second down, Hyde. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, It has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. They set up the screen to Ajayi. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jay Ajayi, 81 yards. And the Dolphins strike quickly here for 6 points. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. There's the offensive starters for the 49ers, and mentioned earlier C.J. Beathard, now the quarterback. And this side, they could use a jolt. 0-6 for the first time in 38 years.
Yeah, what do they say? The first team in NFL history to lose 5 consecutive games by 3 points or less. So that doesn't...
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Yeah, holding on to the football is a big problem for the 49ers last year. Shouldn't surprise any of us, right? When you're 2-14, you probably will lead the league in fumbles as they did. How about that, 15 last year?
15 of them, yep, and a 2-14 record, kind of indicative. Now it's Ajayi, and they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. On second down, Cutler. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Reuben Foster not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. Now Cutler on 3rd and long. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. Two minutes to play here in the first half. Back to the booth right after this. And no move to get Cutler off the field. He stays out there, and they're going to go for it. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Cutler. Thomas has got it. Complete. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. Give him 7 on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case,
and for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. He's at the 30. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. throw pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. This is Ajayi, and he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now Cutler. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll indeed go for it with Cutler. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 30. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. So now 2 pick sixes that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
Well, number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head and walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Back to the air. Cutler after the pick six. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
Now it's Cutler. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. The Dolphins on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 17. Now Cutler. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. DeForest Buckner in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And that is incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And that'll make it third down. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
Here's Beathard to throw. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's fourth down. Here's Bradley Pinion now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Second down following the run. They run again with a J. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Dolphins on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Cutler. And he finds Stills, complete. And he's brought down, but following a pretty juke move that gives him the first down. Give him 30 yards there.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Cutler. And Stills over the middle. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Absolutely zero surprise at that throw we just saw. I mean, Jay Cutler has a whip for an arm.
He's had it since he won a state title at Heritage Hills High School in Southern Indiana.
Where in Southern Indiana, though?
Well, he's born in Santa Claus. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Parker from 13 yards out. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case,
the Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. And Ndamukong Suh with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. To throw is Beathard. And he's got his man on the out route. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Now Beathard. And an alley to run. Now the ball comes loose. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And some room to maneuver. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and take it to the house for a Miami touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number 1 because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a 1-score game.
Here's Hyde as they begin on the ground. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Call it a gain of 2 as time has run out on this third quarter of play. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Here's Beathard to throw. Over the middle to Kittle, complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Here we go. Watch it now, Barney.
They'll throw here. Beathard. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
All right, here we go. 3-19. All right, now look at 56. Look at 56. All right, now look at 56. Philly. Gone.
Handoff comes to Hyde. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Pierre Garçon, the intended receiver. Third down here.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
You know, every time we talk with people about the most important quality for a quarterback to have in the NFL, what do they usually cite?
Arm strength.
Yeah, and that's really way down on the list. Accuracy is one of the bigger ones, maybe the foremost one. That's what he needed on that play.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this one hits at the one, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins' offense now heads back on the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you...
Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14 and into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Oh, this is becoming tough to watch. I don't know that I've seen 3 pick sixes from the same quarterback in the same game.
And I know that many are going to scream at the coach about why did you let him stay out there to throw those. But truthfully, what are the odds that you're going to throw 3 pick sixes in a game? You want to leave them out there so they can work through some of the rough stuff.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So now here come the Dolphins. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. They dump off underneath to Ajayi. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will be hit with a lot of force and spun down at the 38-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Cutler on first down. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Here's Cutler. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And he's going to go out of bounds. He takes this one down shy of the 20. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. Now it's Cutler. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills, and that'll bring up second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And Parkey's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. All right, so now then, the field goal puts you back within 1 score, but I'd be surprised if this is not an onside kick coming up.
Yeah, you still got the 2 timeouts, but I think you're right. I think you roll the dice right here.
Parkey now following the made field goal to kick this one off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. They run again with Hyde on first. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. A 10th carry for Hyde. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a gain of 14 there, and that should be enough to get them home free.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
The toss play. This is Hyde. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL.